Hey y'all.
Hey. Hey.
Welcome to Intimate Conversations with Pink Kitty, the roundtable discussion. And today we're going to talk about being in relationships or out of relationships and trying to stay sane during a pandemic. This show is sponsored in part by Pink Kitty LLC, your one stop shop for all things related to intimacy and relationships. I guess I probably shouldn't have my YouTube on. Yeah, that's probably a bad idea. Okay. So, anyway, the show is sponsored in part by Pink Kitty LLC, your one stop shop for all things related to intimacy and relationships, where you can get everything you need from mild to wild
Wow.
at reasonable prices. And we do intimacy coaching, oral pleasure workshops, adult novelty parties, and we're ready to party with you. So you can hashtag get you some. Today, y'all, I have on my panel Miss Laura Rice, a full body frequency radio broadcaster for plus size and all things related to. Welcome, 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 Laura.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you tonight.
Yay! I've been on Laura's show a few times and we always have a good time. So today should be no different. Now she's on the other side and I get to ask her some naughty questions. Anyway,
Ooh.
I also have on the panel Miss Sultry, aka Charnice, aka Sultry. She's a poet. She's a know it. She's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I just love
Shut
her
your
to
mouth.
death. She's an author. She released a poetry book that was last year, right? Yeah. She
Last
released a
year.
poetry book last year. Welcome to the show, Intimate Conversations with Pink Kitty Sultry.
Thank you, Vanessa and Pink Kitty. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yay! And I
Yay.
have also Miss Eunice, well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Eunice Hall.
Oh, yeah.
She's a MBA. She has an MBA in criminal justice, and she is also a Pink Kitty consultant
Yes, I
in
am.
Illinois. So you can book all your
Hey.
toy parties in Illinois with Miss Eunice Hall. She is
Yes,
a
you can.
bomb.com, and she is ready to party with you. All right.
Wow. Wow. Yes, thank you, sweetie.
So
I'm glad to
before
be
we
here.
get into the meat of this, oh, I'm so sorry, honey. What'd you say?
I just said I'm glad to be here. I appreciate
Yes,
being
I'm
here.
happy
Yes,
to
yes, thank you.
have you. So I just love these people that are on this panel. So y'all know, like that's the cheat, right? That I'm gonna have people on here that I love so much, so we can have like
Mm.
really candid conversations. So it won't be somebody that I'm like trying to pull things out of. I already know these people gonna give it to me because they gonna give it to you. So before we get into me this thing, I just want to wish all the Aries in my life happy birthday, happy, happy, happy birthday, you wonderful Aries. We're talking about Dina Dean, we're talking about David Cox, we're talking about David Michael, we're talking about Willie Campbell, we're talking about Sultry's mom and dad. Happy birthday! We're talking about Vanessa. Just so many Aries. I didn't realize how many Aries I have. Like every year in the month of April, I'd be like, God damn, your birthday too. So I definitely want to shout them out because, just so many people that mean the world to me are here. So, if you've ever watched an intimate conversation with Pink Kitty, you know that I'm a single woman with a situationship.
Okay.
I was single woman with a
Okay.
situationship, so still looking, trying to see what's out there. But I do have a kind of situationship. I have two submissives currently that I'm a professional dominatrix, and right now I'm gonna go around the table and ask these ladies what their current relationship status is in 2021 of April or April of
Okay.
2021.
Okay.
Okay, we'll start
Okay,
with
I'll
you,
go
Laura.
last
Laura's
if
like, I
if
don't even
you all
want to talk
don't mind.
okay, so Laura's gonna go last. She's gonna start with you, Eunice, because I already know you getting
Woo. Oh, wait. What?
it.
I'm not prepared. No, actually, okay, so here's the thing. Um, I'm this is my second year of marriage. In my second
Yay!
marriage, okay?
Yay.
Very good.
Yay! My husband is so wonderful. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
Um, I am more of the freak in the relationship. But he has his things that he does to me that just makes me go, woo, you know what I'm saying? Um, and I like I shared with him when we first got together, I told him We can do anything. I'm just not sharing my bed with you. And that's for all reasons from
Mhm.
other issues. But anyway, I don't know. We have crazy wild sex, and he's the one who tells me all the time, like, don't you have to show people about your toys and explain? I say, yeah. Well, go and try them out.
Oh
So
shit!
he
Yes.
inspires me to get more into things and stuff like that. But I'm naturally, I'm a freak naturally. It's just by nature. And my parents are the reason why I am who I am, and that's and
I know.
God. But
I
yeah,
adore your
so
mother. I adore her.
yeah.
Okay.
My mama a
Um.
freak, my daddy a hoe. I
Oh
love them.
wow.
I love them. I do. I hope they don't. One day never see this, but my
You know
mother.
your
I
mother
mean,
well
cause
because she
shit,
love
my
us.
mother's so sweet, but I know that's my mama. I'm her baby, and I know my
Oh.
daddy. My daddy had a picture of himself. I went to his house years ago, and he got a nice cowboy hat on. I get this from his mama, grandmama. His mama is my grandmama. She love hats. She make hats. He got a hat on, no shirt, unzipping his pants with his tongue out. I said, "Oh, look at
Oh
this
Jesus.
hoe." This
Okay.
was years ago for him. He
Oh,
had
so
on the
that's where
wall.
you got it
So
from.
that's
We
where I got
understand
that
now.
from. And then you're right. So it's just honest. But with my relationship with my husband, it's just he's wonderful with me, and we explore each other to the fullest.
I
Nice.
love
And
it.
I
She calls
love
her
it.
husband Big Daddy, y'all.
No,
So,
I just call him daddy.
oh,
Unless,
Daddy, my bad.
yeah, unless that's something extra I want. Can't call him big daddy. But yeah, he's daddy. Everybody knows he's
Okay,
daddy.
Sophie.
Okay.
I told you I was gonna get
Wow.
candy up in here today. Look, she made me blush. I'm like,
Wow. Um, I wasn't expecting all of that, but
Me neither,
first off,
girl.
I wasn't even expecting the question. But I'm sitting here like, how am I supposed to answer this? Um, I'm single.
And that's that. Next.
Wait, we all heard the dot dot dot, right? It wasn't
Right.
just me.
I'm
Right.
Okay, I just
Right.
want to make sure
I'm
that we all heard that.
single, but I mean, I have a friend with no it's there's no title or anything on it or
So you getting to know
um
somebody,
well
but
I
it's
know this person quite well.
Yeah, the knowing is there.
The knowing is definitely there.
Right.
So
the knowing.
yeah, the knowing is all there.
Oh
So
my
yeah,
gosh, this is
but
so good.
yeah, I'm single.
Okay, you are.
Dot, dot.
I probably should have gone
Got that.
first based on these two answers, but
You gonna
okay,
learn
that's
today.
okay. That's okay.
You gonna learn today, Laura.
I've learned. I've learned. So I am single and COVID celibate.
Right,
Oh,
right.
Yeah. So
Can you explain that for the people in the back seat that don't get it?
sure, absolutely. So during COVID, I made a choice not to be sexually active with anyone at all. As a matter of fact, Pink Kitty has supplied me with a number of toys that have satisfied me quite well.
You're good.
I'm good. I'm good.
very
I'm
good.
good.
It is our
But
pleasure to service you, ma'am.
well, thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah. So there we are.
I mean,
Okay, I just wanted to get that out there because, hey, Anastasia, we're happy to see you. I just wanted to get that out there because, I have tons of viewers that are watching, and I know plenty of handsome men, which most of y'all already know. And so, just in case you're single and you're looking, I know some single people that's
okay.
looking. Perhaps some DMs will be exchanged. We'll figure it out later. All
All
right.
right.
So anyway, I wanted to have this roundtable discussion. We didn't really have like a flat topic that we were going to discuss, but I feel like I would be remiss, like totally disingenuous, if I didn't bring up the major thing that took place today. All of us are aware that hip hop is crying today. because we lost revolutionary, we lost the legendary DMX. My heart goes out to, oh my gosh, hi Kwame. My heart goes out to his family. I've been a like ridiculous DMX fan. I've probably seen him live maybe 6, 7 times, and probably
Mm.
tried to jump over some
Mhm.
stuff to get to him quite a few times.
Mhm.
And actually, I had a couple subs in my past that I've made actually growl during sex. Just can be right.
Is that one of them?
Right. The foolishness. Stop it. So yeah, so I am like so like my heart is just breaking,
Yeah.
along with, I know so many other people, I just send prayers up to his family for strength. Hey Curtis, I send prayers up to his family for strength, and just thank them for sharing him with us for so long. His artistry has spurned um, college curriculums. There have been whole theses written about how amazing his artistry is, and how he made it cool to be he made it cool to be vulnerable in hip hop. And
Mhm.
I believe, like
Yeah.
people believe that most women are attracted to the ruggedness of him, but really well, for me, I
That's
know for my part, I was attracted to his vulnerability, that this man
Mhm.
would put it out there and be like, I'm
Mhm.
presenting to you who I am, that's very
right.
flawed, very,
Mhm.
I have demons, there's things going on with me, and this
Mhm.
is who I am, and I'm going to give it to
Mhm.
you,
Right.
and I can, and all of us appreciate a relationship that has honesty in it. And especially if
Yeah.
you bring yourself to the table and say, this is who I am, you can't do
Mhm.
nothing but respect it, whether you want to be with that person or not. So
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm just, I'm going to say on my own behalf that I miss him already.
Mm.
And I am grateful that he walks among the ancestors, because I'm praying that some of that energy that he still gave, I can still receive that, because he was just, to me, an amazing man
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
an amazing artist. Did y'all want to say something about that?
Mhm.
No,
I'll
nobody else
say
wanted
Well,
to say
something
anything. Okay.
after you. Uni, you want to go?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
I just, yeah, I do. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, go ahead.
No, it's just, he will be greatly missed. I know. I got into his music here recently with my husband lately, and I
Mhm.
loved him. I loved his voice. I loved his
Yeah.
gonna give it to you. So, but
Right,
yeah,
girl.
I know he will be greatly missed. And it's sad,
Yes.
when I found out about it, my husband told me. But you all can go ahead. Go ahead, sweet.
I think as much as I loved his artistry and his music, the one thing that impacted me greatly about him was that prayer that went viral recently.
Yes.
That blew me away.
Hmm.
And it told me that no matter what your demons are, what troubles you may have had or are still going through, you can still walk with God.
Hmm.
Right.
And he
Hmm.
walked with God.
Hmm.
No
I
matter
believe
what
that. Yeah.
people said about him, and
Right.
he and you find out that this man was, abused as a child, uh,
Hmm.
you know, neglected in an Audi home, early on.
Hmm.
A
Hmm.
mentor of his laced some pot with crack, so he's crack addicted at a very early
Hmm.
age. But through it all, there was that spirit of
Hmm.
knowing, that spirit
Mhm.
of knowing God, even though he may not have prayed often, didn't matter. That one prayer said it all. And I'm glad
Hmm.
he left that for us.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
I absolutely agree too. Excuse me. Um, I I'm in Chicago now, but I rode from Peoria to Chicago, which is about 2.5 hours, and I
Mhm.
listened to DMX all the way here just to pay tribute to
Yes.
him.
Mm.
I mean, when I first saw him step on the scene, it was in a video. He was part of a video, and I thought it was Tupac at first, and I was like, no,
He
that's
does
not
have
Pac.
that.
That's not
Hmm.
Pac. That's something
Mhm.
different. But
Mhm.
I always admired his spirit. His
Hmm.
it's like Laura was saying that he walked with God, but I mean when he would speak, I would just speak to my spirit. Like you could
Hmm.
feel the God in him.
Hmm.
It
Mhm.
you
That.
Mhm.
could
That.
feel that there was, you know, that there was an inside relationship with God,
Mhm. Yeah.
with him, and every time he spoke, if it was a grunt, if it was a no matter what it was, I felt it. And there aren't very
Mhm.
many artists, spoken word or poets or um, hip hop artists, that when they speak, I can feel the spirit of their words. You can feel the pain, you can feel the
Mhm.
love, you can feel the God. And I just felt everything about him. He was just out there for the world to just see and feel and give these lessons. He walked this life with these lessons to show us that
Mhm.
he was living this life. Um,
Mhm.
so my condolences go out to his family and his all his loved ones, and it's just really a great loss to hip hop and all of us who were fans of his. It's,
Mhm.
I wish he could have beat his demons, but I'm quite
Whew.
certain the ancestors opened him with warm arms. I know they did.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah. I was introduced to his music um, probably 20 years ago. That's crazy that It's Dark and Hell is Hot came out 20 years ago. And I remember the first song that I ever heard, it was like he was talking about, he said something about when you in jail. Oh my God, I wish I could think of the verse because like I'm an avid hip, like I know his music. But
Mhm.
anyway, he said something about when he was in jail and he was in solitary for 24 hours and what it did to him. He was like, just that one prayer made him, he said one prayer and it gave him hope that tomorrow he wouldn't be there anymore. And it was just like,
Mm,
Mhm.
damn, you
Mhm.
mm,
know,
mm,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
it
mm,
was just again it was just the ability for him to make you be in that moment with him. It wasn't just words, it wasn't just some stuff that he put on paper so he can make money. This man documented his life in his music, and it was
mhm.
real and it was raw and it was grimy, but he served it to you in God, like you said.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was
So
it
Mhm.
was all spirit, all soul. You
yeah,
could,
yes, yes. So I didn't want to
yeah,
bring the show down, but I did. I didn't feel like this show would be that we could have even got through this without
right,
at least paying honor to that man, that
right.
king that has
That's right.
transitioned to the ancestorship.
Mhm.
So thank you, ladies, for allowing us to do that. So I wanted to talk about, like, I know for me personally, I'm a sex addict. I am a known sex addict. Like, if you have watched any of my YouTube videos or even had conversations with me regarding my business, you would know that that's one of the reasons why I started my business is because I know that this about myself. I accept this about myself, and I'm honest and frank about it. That this is real, and so obviously, being in this situation where we are, where we're, at home for over a year now, y'all.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mm.
And being single, like I don't have nobody to just roll over and grab. This
Mhm.
is more than a notion, Lord. I can't take it no more. Anywho, but for me, the thing that I found is, in order for me to maintain the degree of sanity that I have, because I ain't gonna act like it's all good. I know 27 persons that have passed on from COVID alone in the last,
Mm.
since we heard about it in February. No, that was just this year. No, no, since we heard about it in February of last year. And the things that I've been doing to stay sane is edibles.
Mhm.
uh, trying to make sure that I ground myself. If you follow me on anywhere on social media, you know that I spend a lot of time in the pool, like all the time, like every
Mhm.
moment that I possibly can. Matter of fact, after we get off the phone, after we get off this conference, I'm probably going to be in the pool because it's 80 something here, Dallas. So,
Wow.
yep, it's time for me to jump into
Nice.
it. Real
Same.
Mhm.
talk. So, I bathe like 5 days a week because again it helps keeps me centered, it helps me
Mhm.
find my peace, helps me maintain my sanity. And the beauty of life is that I have these two amazing dogs that I come home to every day. Well, I'm home with most of the day, but when I leave I come back to them, and it's a genuine love, anticipation of me, let me get back home to my safe space, to be with them. But what are you guys doing to keep your sanity and feel good about your lives while we're going through this?
Mm.
Don't all speak at once.
I don't want to go first.
Okay.
Well,
So
Straw
lots of
reader.
showers, lots of Zoom calls, Zoom
Mhm.
video sessions with friends and family, writing things down, planning for the
Mm.
future, creating content, fighting with, and I lost a lot of business because
Oh,
of
yeah.
COVID. So
Absolutely.
even though I'm creating content, I'm not earning any cash right now.
Yeah.
So, fighting with the state for my pandemic unemployment assistance, which I
Right.
finally received, and you all are in the state of Illinois, so you know how
Good.
crazy that is.
Congratulations. Yeah.
That's a full-time job right there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so that's done, but there's some loose ends that I need to tie up
Mhm.
with some old business, old family business, but there's also new opportunities. I'm looking at gearing up to start studying for the LSAT to go to law school in 2022.
Yes.
So
Okay.
yeah,
I'm gonna
so
get
Go
good.
right.
yeah,
I
Right.
want to crack my straw
yeah,
reader.
I'm studying about was it non-fungible transactions or NFTs, looking at how artists can make money off of their royalties and work. Part of the
Okay.
reason why I'm going to law school is because I've done a lot of contracts for artists and
Mm.
done productions, managed productions, worked as a publicist for artists, music artists, and I see how they get screwed all
Yes.
the time,
All the time.
all the time. And I
All the
actually
time.
really love contracts, and I love producing things for artists. Like if they have a wish list of something that they want to do, I want to make sure it's done and done well.
Okay.
And I've done that before. I've actually produced an event, co-produced an event at Jazz at Lincoln Center, which it was incredible. I've promoted and helped produce concerts here in Chicago. So, my love of the arts is why I'm preparing to go to law school, but also it's amazing. I'm just studying how much money people are making during this time. And my mind is blown. I'm just like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching a lot of Earn Your Leisure. I'm watching a lot of CNBC and, financial programs.
Mm-hmm.
Not doing as much reading as I used to do, which is weird. But
Mm-hmm.
I need to get back on track with that and be a little bit more disciplined, because I think at the beginning of the pandemic, we were all like, okay, this will be over soon and we'll get back to
Right.
life.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
listening to
Here
you,
we are.
Vanessa, with your rituals, I've been inspired to like get my butt in gear and start
Oh.
creating some rituals. Cause I'm kind of, I've been since the pandemic kind of floating here, floating there. I have my list
Mm-hmm.
of things to do, but time seems almost infinite to me, which I know, which is ironic with so many people dying, but
Right.
it's I don't measure it the same way, which
Mm-hmm.
is probably not a good thing. Things are probably a little bit more urgent than I'm taking them right now. But then
Mm-hmm.
again, at the beginning of the pandemic, I didn't even go see family. Like I was like
Right.
locked down 6 feet away. If
I
I go to
was
my
too.
mom's house, it's just to sanitize her groceries outside and to
Mm-hmm.
hand her groceries on the porch. I wouldn't even go in. And
Oh
she would
wow.
have her mask on. I would have my mask on. That was it.
Mhm.
Recently, I started taking my 11-year-old niece on car rides, windows down, double
Mm-hmm.
masked. She gets COVID tested every week through her school.
Mm-hmm.
And, she's on a hybrid schedule. So that was the worst part. Not spending holidays with family and friends that are
Right.
here in the
Mm-hmm.
city, not seeing folks. And then
Yeah.
I'll say this last thing. Vanessa, I know you've experienced a whole lot of loss, a tremendous amount of loss, and we're all going through loss and trauma. But I have to say, the most difficult part about all of this is not being able to say goodbye to people in the way you would like to.
Excuse me.
That is the thing.
Sorry.
And I think that we will all be mourning long after this
Yes.
period is over.
Absolutely. I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah. Um, to get me through, which I didn't even know it was there to get me through the whole COVID situation. I'm actually going to work because
Mm.
Oh wow.
I'm an electrical dispatcher. So we're
Mhm.
considered essential employees since folks we need lights. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
but
Thank you. Glad you have.
but yeah, so I've been going to work. I've been having to work extra hours. They had us on a crazy schedule. But one thing I had started doing for myself is I had started an Iyanla Van Zant spiritual warrior class that was
Mm.
Oh
like
wow.
6 weeks long.
Hmm.
And when I say it was a class, it was a class. It was, the full schedule, full itinerary, syllabus. It was everything that I needed that I didn't know I needed.
Mm.
Oh, that's
Um,
good.
it taught me so many things as far as breathing, as far as meditation, as far
Hmm.
as being in touch with the God within me,
Mhm.
as
Hmm.
far as praying. I'm sorry, got a little message there. It taught
We
me
couldn't see it,
so
child.
much. I'm sorry.
We couldn't see it.
Oh, okay. As
Hmm.
far as just being aligned with God, with the God inside of me. It was
Hmm.
very helpful with dealing with death. I've had
Mm.
family members, cousins who have passed away, second cousins. Um, it helped me also deal with the George Floyd tragedy
Mm.
and
Mhm.
having to go to work with majority white folks.
Yes.
It
Mm.
really helped me with that because I needed to be on a whole nother level,
Hmm.
Mhm.
so to speak,
Mhm.
to elevate because sometimes
Hmm.
you need to elevate above the BS, and it really taught me that. So, and I really honestly believe that the prayers that I did and that I still do is what has gotten my immediate family through. No one
Mm.
in my
Yes.
immediate
Mhm.
family has gotten COVID,
Oh,
Mhm.
that is
um,
awesome.
and which is a blessing.
Yes.
Hmm.
Um, my parents, they were still going out, shopping and everything. And I just felt like that was a part of the covering,
Mhm.
Hmm.
that
Mhm.
they were covered. I really do believe that because there's no way we know so many people who have had COVID and who have passed from COVID from them. And and for them to not get it, for none of us to get it, my children either. So
Oh,
that's
that's
what I did. And
wonderful.
I started therapy. I
That's
started
Hmm. Oh,
wow.
seeing a
good.
therapist,
Congratulations.
which is helpful because
Mhm.
you sometimes you just need to have those conversations with people, and
Hmm.
people just need to pick you apart a little bit, make you think a little bit,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
a little bit more about certain situations, just to help you out and to also let you know that you're okay and you're doing a
Yeah. It's
wonderful
all
Right.
right.
job with what you are doing. In fact,
Mhm.
Hmm.
I had before I left home today, I had a session and she was asking me like some of the things I had been through, and I was telling her, and she was like, "Oh, wow, that's a lot." And she said, "Well, how do push through that?" And I said, "Well, I didn't even think about it being a lot, And
Mhm.
she was
Mhm.
saying, she was like, "Yeah, a lot of times we don't, as especially as Black women." She said, we think that what we're doing is normal
Mhm.
because we do it every day, because we push through every
Hmm.
day, because everything goes wrong and still we're still upright and moving
Mhm.
Yeah.
forward." And she was like, and we don't stop and say, "Oh, that was a lot."
Hmm.
We don't
Mhm.
look at it ourselves that in that way. So
Right.
it's good. Therapy is great. Sometimes people need medication for depression and anxiety, and we're told as
Mhm.
Black folks, we're told, just pray about it. Sometimes we need more
Right.
than prayer,
Mhm.
and
Absolutely.
it's just the honest to God truth because we miss something sometimes, and sometimes that's replaced by medication. Your serotonin levels can be really jacked up,
Right.
Mhm.
Yep.
so to speak.
And
Mhm.
it causes
And
other things to fail.
it
Yep.
causes other things to fail. It could cause really your whole life to fall apart with you if
Mhm.
you're
Mm-hmm.
unable to stop it. So I just want to say to anyone out there needing help that it is okay to get help, that it is okay
Please.
to pray and to get
Mhm.
help and to talk to
Yeah.
someone and to take medication. It is okay.
Yes.
You may not live forever, but it's okay to depend on
Mm-hmm.
it to get you through. And with people being in the house all the time, depression is running rampant.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mhm.
and in the Black community, we really need to learn how to praise therapy as well as religion, or
Mhm.
Yes.
our religious
Mhm.
beliefs as well. So,
I agree with
Absolutely.
that. What about
Mhm.
you, Uni?
Well, I want to give honor to God first.
Yes,
I just got to do
ma'am.
that.
Yes.
I just see a lot of award shows, and they get up. I want to thank my producer. I want to thank God first because that's my motto. My motto, rather, is always thanking God. Thank God first. So
Mhm.
here's the thing: when for COVID first started, I took my first 2 weeks. I guess, essential worker because my job, we worked all through it, all through it.
Mhm.
They were lenient with us. If you feel like you can't come in and you're sick, don't come. But we open. So
Mhm.
we
Yeah.
working, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And the first 2 weeks, when I heard the man say, we shutting it down, the city shut down, me and my son was working together, we worked together. And so I'm like, look, I ain't going in. And he, so we went and did our paperwork with the HR people and we was in the house, everything sanitized, wiping stuff down and 6 feet in the stove. If you give me 3 feet, I want to know, excuse me, can you either move up or let me move back? Because I need that
Right.
six. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Right.
And I don't know, I just do I try to try to talk to the Lord a lot. For me, it helps
Mhm.
me a lot. I also like doing other activities, just trying to keep busy. Like I said, I've
Mhm.
been working. I graduated in 2020.
Mhm.
And one thing
congratulations.
Congratulations.
thank
Yeah.
Mhm.
you. One thing I want to do, I want to use my degree for something. I don't want to just,
Mhm.
so I got to pay that money back, and them people want their
Mhm.
money.
They do.
So yeah, it's a
They
lot.
want their money.
And you know what? I appreciated everything. I did my bachelor's, and when I did that, my sister, she's working on her doctorate, I believe.
Mm.
But
Mhm.
she told me, she say, "Girl, if you did your master's, you know how much loan money they give you." And why she tell me that? And I did it for everybody. I learned. I learned, and I had a good time. But I want to do something within the field. I want to help people that
Mhm.
can't be helped or don't have a voice. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Some of those
Yeah.
people that need help, they mentally ill, and they need medicine,
Mhm.
they need medication. They don't need you to just throw them in jail. They
Mhm.
need some help.
Mhm.
I wanna
Mhm.
Yeah.
find something in that area. I first started doing the studies of criminal justice because I wanted to do crime scene investigations.
Mhm.
I'm
Okay.
nosy as ever. I want to know how it happened, who did it, what. I want to see stuff. And then gradually, I found out that I could still do that, but it would have been easier if I could have did it within the police environment and I could work my way through that way. But when I started doing this, I was already too old to be on the police force.
Mhm.
Mm.
And it was talking about your vision got to be good. My see this, honey. These are the thin frames, and these are thick. So I'm just
Mhm.
saying. So I already figured what I couldn't do. I couldn't do that, but that was something I'm interested in.
Okay.
Fingerprinting. I love to watch the ID channel stuff like that. So here lately, I'm not slacking up on COVID because I wear my mask everywhere. Because if it's
Mhm.
Mhm.
in the air is what everywhere.
Mhm.
And I done bought me a whole bunch of pretty masks. So I put my mask on. I was wearing the shield, but I was told if you wear the shield, you need to wear the mask also. And to me, that was like too
Mhm.
much.
Mhm.
I don't know
Mhm.
why people think that that is better and that you should only wear one. That is something that a
Yeah.
lot of
And see,
people don't
with me,
understand. Like even when you wear the shield, you still need to
you
wear a
still
mask
can get,
because
Mhm.
it's
yeah.
not covering the area. You
Mhm.
still releasing it. So
Yeah.
I don't know
And then,
what the
like,
logic behind that is.
I bought some, I get on Facebook and I see a little advertisement. So it was a mask and it was like a plastic clear thing like this with why I ordered 3 and it wasn't nothing that I saw on the
Of course.
phone. Yeah, I emailed them back. We going back and forth right now. So I can send this stuff back. You gonna give me what you put on the screen. You know what I'm saying? I
Girl,
want to
I do
tell you
not buy
back.
stuff
I don't
on
want to.
Facebook.
No, my husband keep
No,
telling me
unless
stop
I can
ordering
talk to
stuff
a,
like child.
unless I
I'm
can
a lie.
speak with a person, we are
Yeah,
not. We don't do Facebook or
yeah. So,
look, Eunice, stay away from those ads. They just say they
baby, now
deceitful.
you
They
tell
deceptive.
me.
So
But
anyway,
yeah.
um, so yeah, I just feel like for this particular conversation, I just wanted to discuss how like we're all struggling trying to figure out how to navigate through this pandemic. So it's not just one thing that works for everybody. It's not
Mhm.
going to be a series of steps that you need to take in order for you to navigate this. This is new for all of us that are alive today. You know, like this. There's no one way to do it. So again, I've masturbated a lot, which I forgot to mention.
Ain't no wrong with that, baby.
I masturbate a whole lot, honey. That's how they smell. But you see how big it is and glowing and stuff. In the name. So, so it's to me, it's very important that we discuss that. Like, don't hide that
Mhm.
from people that you talk to
Mhm.
because it's people out here that are just like, oh, I'm just praying my way through. And obviously, prayer works. Like, I
Mhm.
believe that when you speak anything out, obviously, we're not talking about no silent prayer. Don't just nod your head and be quiet because it's the you saying it out loud and you being the first person to hear it is the thing that matters. But
Right.
so for to me, it's just praying your way through will still have you going crazy. You need to
Mm-hmm.
have something that you consider to be your release. And so that
Mhm.
was the reason that I wanted us to have that dialogue. Again, I just want to say you're watching Intimate Conversations with Pink Kittee, the round table discussion. And Pink Kittee is your one stop shop for all things related to intimacy and relationships, your one stop shop for everything from mild to wild. And another thing that I want to ask you guys. I think that we're going to be still going through this pandemic situation for at least another 8, 9 months. Like I really believe
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
because there's no magic spell that's going to make this go away. It
Mm.
has to gradually dissipate. And actually, I read something recently that said that there's another variant that has arrived here in Texas. It's I think they call it the British variant that has arrived here in Texas. So
Mhm.
who knows what that's going to look like? Of course, most people are getting vaccinated now that the vaccine is available, but this is a new variant, so who
Mhm.
knows what effect it's going to have on this. So this is a whole other thing that will need to be researched, investigated, case studies, things of that nature. So we just don't know. So I'm thinking we're going to at least be here for another 8 months just trying to figure out what it is and what it looks like. So what does it look like for you, the three of you, to get back to normal? Like what I won't say normal because this is normal for the last year and a half, right?
Mhm.
So
Right.
what I'll say is what does it look like to you to travel again, to go see your families again, to go to gatherings again? What do you need to see for you to decide that you're going to do
Mm.
Mhm.
There's still too much foolishness, especially if you pass by restaurants and they're packed to the gills. I mean,
and people are
I'm
waiting
in
outside in
Chicago.
line?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
there's so it's still, we've had a couple of really warm days here, but by and large, not enough to be outside.
Mm.
And the wind blowing through, forget about it. But I've seen a lot of restaurants newly open, and just in particular, our folks in there acting like they've never been to a restaurant before, like this, they're breaking out of jail, all sorts of things. And I thought,
Mhm.
okay, we flipped Georgia, we can get through this. We were disciplined enough to do what we needed to do to flip Georgia and to go and vote, which was incredibly important.
Mm-hmm.
Um, our lives are even more important in terms of not getting or contracting the coronavirus through social situations. And
Hmm.
for me, I'm not going to restaurants except to carry out. I will
Hmm.
pre-order. If it's not ready, when I walk in the door, I'm outside waiting for it.
Right.
There's certain things. I had Easter with my family outside. My brother's house, big old veranda. Everybody had at least 6 or so feet of space between us. When I wasn't eating, my mask was on. When somebody came by me, my 15-year-old nephew, who, it's his house. He forgets. He has his mask under his chin, and most people are in his household except for one of his grandmothers and me. So I just put my mask back on, So it's going to take a lot for me to be out here in the streets. I want to go to concerts. I love concerts. I love the theater. I would love to be dating. I would love to be having sex. A lot of things I would love
Can
to
we
be
please
doing.
just bring the sex back? That's all I really want.
Bring it back, bring the touch, the feel, the smell,
Girl,
the
I just want
kissing,
to
and
back that thing up. I understand.
I mean, all of it.
Please.
I want to stare into somebody's eyes.
Right.
I want to smell him. All of those things. It ain't happening right now, and for me, it's a matter of discipline. Even though I've gotten my first vaccination, Moderna,
Okay.
and I was, there's a little bit of trepidation. We all got caught up in the Tuskegee experiment, how we do. But the reality is that we've all been vaccinated at times in our lives in order to go to school, in order to travel, to go to different countries. This is really no different. And so it's really, to me, we're just going to have to be disciplined until this thing is over. And that's just the bottom line. So I just have to reimagine, life as it is, and then dream of better days, because they'll be here. They'll be here sooner than we think. We just got to hold on, have some faith, masturbate. I mean,
there you
a
go.
lot.
A lot.
Multiple times a day if necessary. I'm just saying. Speaking of masturbation.
Oh Lord, here we go.
I also wanted to do my product highlight of the day. I'm sorry. I just wanted to break in since we brought up masturbation for the 15th time. This is the Satisfier Pro. It was the top seller for Pink Kittee. It's the Satisfier Pro 2, let me be clear. It was the top seller for Pink Kittee in the year 2020. It is shaping up to be the top seller in 2021, and there is a reason for that. This toy is amazing. It utilizes this air pulse technology. This part goes around your clit, has 11 different functions, and it is water resistant, which means you can use it in the shower.
Someone's having a moment.
You can use it in the shower. You can use it in the tub. You can use it on your nipples, but it is designed for clitoral stimulation, and most women orgasm for clitoral stimulation. So yes, this is the one. And I've been hearing like recent buzzes about this toy called the Rose, and I just actually prefer this to that because of the handle. Like, I'm a plus size woman. I got big old titties. I got a big belly, and I can just reach and relax. You understand? Using this, I don't have to hold it there. It stays in place. It stays in place.
Oh.
And it gets the job done. You hear me? Not like you don't need to be trying to figure out whatsoever. This thing is amazing. I love the Satisfier Pro. Again, 11 different functions, water resistant, so you can use it in the shower or in the tub. And it's amazing. This air pulse technology sucks on your clit, sucks on your nipple, or any other place you decide to put it. I'm just saying, you might be a freak like me or Dina. So anyway, this is the Satisfier Pro, and this is our product highlight for the day.
All right. There we go.
All right. So but let's just say this happens, not for you, Uni, because I know you got daddy at home already, but for you, Sochi and Laura, somebody watching this video is like, oh my gosh, she is so beautiful, and I love her spark and her energy.
There you go, girl. Back them
How you
eyes.
doing? What is it that they would need to do in order to get them to convince you to go on a date outside?
Wear a mask, if not two.
Just wear a mask, okay.
On a date outside, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wear a mask.
Okay.
Wear a mask. As long as it's outside, I'm good with that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you, Uni, you and hubby going outside? Y'all doing dates? You go to restaurants?
Um, we usually do well even before pandemic. Most of the times we would bring the food home, unless it was
Okay.
something special. We would go and sit down and eat. But we do a lot because he's just a homebody, so
Okay.
we may
I
go
saw he
out.
can
We
cook
do
too.
our
I saw that
shopping
meal you
together.
had.
Yes, I love it when he
Mm,
say I'm gonna cook tonight. I'll say okay, what you need me to
mm,
get, and I get the stuff. But yeah, but like with family things, we'll go to some of those. Since pandemic, we really haven't been doing too much. Because he works a lot first. He's
okay.
only off on the week, like Sunday and Monday. So
Okay.
Monday we spend those 2 days. I spend time with him. That's just his time. You
Hmm.
know, Mondays if we gotta do anything, we do it on Mondays like business or we go do our little shopping. I love to go to the store with him. I
Oh,
get to
y'all be
put
freaking in the
put all my
store?
stuff put all my stuff in the basket.
So just do y'all be freaking in the store though? That's what I want
Do we freaking the store? Girl, don't get me to tell you not like that. But I do like I
I know.
love to squeeze. I love to squeeze on my husband's butt. It's so
Oh,
soft.
okay. So in the
Yeah.
store, you doing
So
that?
yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah.
all I needed to
So
know.
yeah, yeah. And
I
then I
did it
like it
this
when
winter.
he act like he don't like he don't be like, he just going with the flow. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
Mhm.
Anyway. But
I've
yeah.
been trying to meet somebody that is willing to have sex in one of the coolers in the grocery store. Like
Oh
for real, I
really?
just really want
Wow.
that to happen. I'm like for real. I'm so serious. I wish I was joking, but I promise you I'm not. I
Oh.
really try to meet that dude that is
Mm.
just like, okay, we just
Hmm.
gonna go to jail then.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Hey, I'm hoping for you too.
Right, send it to me. Send it to me. Y'all send that energy because I really wanted to have. I'm so serious. I wish I was
Oh,
playing.
bless your heart.
But
Can-
so,
May I add one other thing to this list?
okay.
He has to be kind.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh,
God.
I
yeah.
That
mean,
is some.
we talk about protecting ourselves physically. To mask, sure. You got to be kind. And you can't be
Yes.
rude to other people. You just
Hmm.
can't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Turn off.
Yeah.
Hmm. I agree with that. I agree
I
with that. I'm
agree
actually
too.
attracted to kind guys. So I
Mhm.
typically meet those kind of guys
Hmm.
that are like very, very kind. Now they be
Mhm.
assholes in other ways, but they're
Yeah.
typically they're typically really kind, kind individuals that you'd be like, oh, but he's so wonderful. So when you just start doing them chick marks, you'd be like, yeah, but he did this and he saved the cat from the tree. And, he carried my car on his back when it stopped running. Like so
Yeah.
I meet those guys, because they really want to give their best and show who they are. So yeah, I typically meet those guys, but it's like,
Yeah.
then the other stuff, you be like, so you ain't paid not no bills in the last 7 months.
See,
Right.
that's a problem too. That's a problem. Not
So
voting is a
obviously I know
That
this
is
just
problem.
don't
most
work
certainly
with
a
me when
problem.
that,
Ah.
so
Wow.
so stuff like that. Like they be great in that one way and then all this other stuff. So like I've been trying I'm
Hmm.
no, I won't say trying. I am manifesting what I want, as you mentioned a little earlier, Laura. I have my little rituals, like these are the
Yeah.
things that I want for my life. I have things that I do for the progress and progression of Pink Kitty, and I have things that I do for my spiritual self, my emotional self, my mental health, my sanity,
Hmm.
because
Mhm.
it is definitely hanging yet by a thread.
Mm.
And also the things that I want for a companion. I'm not sure. I'm not really even looking at what marriage looks like for right now, but I
Right.
would like somebody that whenever I am able to go outside, I want us to go to Cabo and get naked together in the beach.
There
Mm.
you
So
go. There you go.
I am manifesting that for myself.
Hmm.
Did
That's
anybody want
good.
to plug anything before we go?
Um, Girl, yeah. Y'all forgive me. This is my first time doing a live podcast, and I
Girl, we
enjoyed
good.
myself,
We
so
love
I'm just a little nervous. But this is a few things I just want to say. As far as the guys, and I'm married, I love my husband dearly. But can y'all not sag y'all pants unless y'all at home and y'all finna do something? Please, they don't want nobody showing y'all. I'm just
I
speaking for
was
my
not
sister.
ready.
When you get home, then you can show your booty. That's fine. Um, I'm doing the business, and I got in under Vanessa Pink Kitty, so I'm starting my own little business now. So I have my website www.pinkkitty.com // by Eunice Hall. Parties by Eunice Hall. I'm sorry. I don't have my card with me, and I should know that by heart. And I don't mean no harm, but I had me my little
That's
cocktail.
okay. I've been
That
sipping the
helps
whole
me.
time,
Yeah,
honey.
that
This is
helps me
Crown
get through
Royal.
the pandemic too. So that wasn't
This
my
is
other
peach
thing.
crown and tea, honey. We got
Okay,
it.
there we go. That's what I'm saying. But I love I love. I thank you for inviting me.
You're
I'm doing the
welcome.
business. I'm trying to get some stuff established. I
Mhm,
want to get into um the criminal justice field a little bit more stronger and firmer.
mhm.
Um, but anytime you want to do this again, you
So,
want me to come on here with you, let me know, please.
th-
Okay.
okay.
I
All
love it.
right.
And I
Mhm,
love meeting you, Miss Laura
mhm.
Rice. And
Oh, my
kudos.
pleasure.
Listen, your business, God gonna bless it. You stay
Yes.
firm. I love it what you said, you strong. And Sultry, I'm glad to meet you.
Nice to
Beautiful
meet
lady,
you
you.
too.
Yes, I
Nice to
love
meet
it.
you too.
We're gonna have to get together and do this again. Okay?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And once
Okay,
pandemic
so
over.
you plugging your book tonight because you know I'm
Like in
yeah,
my
that's what we're
book. It's
Woo!
doing.
it's called Beyond My Eyes. It's a book of poetry. It's actually the poetry that I've written over the past 20 some odd years. I
Okay.
decided to
Yes.
step out and go ahead and get it done and publish it. You can find it on Amazon. You can look under Soultree, Soultre, or search Beyond My Eyes, and you'll find it there.
Yes.
Okay.
Very cool. Very cool.
Congrats.
Miss Laura.
I'll plug the show, Full Body
Mhm.
Frequency. Everything you want to talk about or know about plus size life, lifestyle, from love, travel and culture, art, health and wellness, sex. We talk about it, but only with Pink Kitty. With only with Pink Kitty. But you can follow us on all social media at Full Body Frequency for Instagram, Facebook. On Twitter, we are Full Body Free 1E. And listen to us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, and Spotify. I think that's it. Join us.
Awesome. And again, this is Intimate Conversations with Pink Kitty. I am your host, Vanessa Brown. And Pink Kitty has some events coming up as well on April 17th. On April 17th, you can find us at a pop up shop, COVID free. And we will be social distancing, and all my toys have been sanitized. Every single product that I distribute has been sanitized and will be sanitized on site. We are definitely operating a COVID free business. Also, you can join us virtually. We're having a dick sucking workshop. Yeah, I said dick sucking because it's my show and I can say what I want. We're having a dick sucking workshop virtually here on YouTube. No, it won't be on YouTube. It'll be on Zoom, but you can book online, register. It's $35. The class is $35. It's April the 30th at 9 p.m. You can register on www.pinkkitty.com. The date is April 30th. You click on the date, you click on register now, and you're able to pay for it right away, and you will receive a toolkit to make your job that much better. And we look forward to having him humming coming at you. Thank you again for joining us on Intimate Conversations with Pink Kitty. We'll see you next time, where our guest is Tammy Matthews on April 23rd, and we're going to talk about mind, body, and soul. We're going to talk about holistic detoxing. We're going to talk about foods that you can eat to elevate your moods. We're going to talk about how your blood pressure affects not your blood pressure. Lord have mercy. I told you it was crown in this glass. We're going to talk about how your blood type affects your weight loss. And we're also going to talk about how the things that you take in, the things that you hear, the things that you eat, and the things that you speak affect your mental health. Yep. Intimate Conversations with Pink Kitty is all about the whole body, the whole spirit, the whole mind that affecting your relationships and helping you get the relationship that you want. Bye.